Dr. Victor Fursov. I'm a research entomologist, beekeeper and teacher, and this is my channel. Welcome to my channel about entomology, about insects, beekeeping, about nature in Ukraine, in the world. This video will be devoted to a special group of insects, beautiful butterflies, daily butterflies. Some people, entomologists, professional entomologists and amateurs, are collecting butterflies for their research, for their study, sometimes for their enjoyment, because butterflies, especially daily butterflies, really unique, beautiful, and they're very interesting for collecting, very difficult for study their morphology, very interesting for study their biology, and they're difficult to collect them, especially some butterflies which are rare, which are living in distant areas, like these butterflies on these pages. These butterflies are from Afghanistan. They cannot be collected by simple people, by simple entomologists, only by devoted entomologists who can spend their time, resources, attention, and even risk of life to find some insects in mountains, such mountains like Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, India, Nepal, and other distant areas where some interesting butterflies are flying, still living despite this very difficult and controversial world, and especially because many butterflies are under the danger, because many habitats are destroyed. In many places, butterflies are under protection. But today we will be watching not butterflies only on these pages of the book, because I have some secret butterflies which are very beautiful and which are really in collection. This is just for beginning. I try to watch how many people are coming. Okay, some people are coming and they have recognized the title of this video. The title is Current Parnassius Collection. Very interesting, unique butterflies which are living in different areas, even in European part, in Asian parts of Palearctic region, and I'm very pleased to show you some of them in the collection. One of my friends presented me his part of collection for presentation to show you how they look like not only in the book, but in the collection on cotton layers. Because when you are in mountains, when you are collecting butterflies, it's difficult to spread them immediately. It needs to be collected sometimes secretly, sometimes with permission, sometimes without permission, like in Afghanistan, just for money. But entomologists can spend money, resources, their enthusiasm and devotion to collect insects like these. And these are butterflies belonging to the genus Parnassius. You can see some of them were white, some are gray. They lost some scales on wings, but no, the scales are presented. And they are stored here for many years on this cotton layers before final exposition in drawing, in entomological boxes. Actually, I do not know precisely the name of this Parnassius genus, Parnassius species, which can be here on these cotton layers. Here several cotton layers I will show you step by step. Some antennae are broken, unfortunately, because they have been transferred from one box to another box, and it's a problem. If you can identify preliminary what is the species, I will appreciate it. I do not tell you the collector name, I do not tell you collector's place, because this is a secret, because all these insects are secret collection, because most of species from Parnassius genus under protection and they are not allowed to be collected. So these insects collected maybe more than 30, 40, 50 years ago. So they are stored in collection carefully. Some of them have been broken, of course. Some antennae lost, but some are in a good shape, in a good condition. You can see here, you can recognize the difference of different species, and you can recognize how beautiful the genus Parnassius is. They're flying, you can think very slowly. No, in mountains, under the high mountains, on slopes, they're flying very fast. They're floating in air. And on mountains it's difficult to collect them because it's dangerous. It's dangerous because many stones can be fallen down from slopes of mountains, from hills. And some entomologists told me many stories about how it was dangerous in Kazakhstan and in Afghanistan collect butterflies because of falling of stones from hills. And of course, if you can recognize a white spot somewhere on a slope, you can be jumping, running quickly with your entomological butterfly net to catch it. But butterfly is not waiting for you. Butterfly is escaping. Butterfly is afraid of different movements of some other animals like birds, some mammals, or some crazy entomologists which are jumping on slopes of mountains, which are jumping on hills to try to catch these beautiful Parnassius butterflies. That's why they are flying very fast and escaping successfully from entomologists, but not all of them. Some of them have been collected, like this one. As I repeat, I don't know precisely the name of species, but if you can suggest, write in comments which species is indicated here on this video. I can take off one individual later on, one loris, which I already watched, but I do not take it off because they're very fragile, needs to be very careful. Don't break off wings, don't break off antennae. And one more cotton loris, my hands. Be careful. It's possible, it's easy to recognize here some males, some females. You can see here two different specimens. One is gray, one is very whitish, definitely of different genera or different species, or maybe different gender. One is male, one is female, probably. And size is pretty big. It's about 5 centimeters size of wing. On screen of smartphone and computer it's not visible, but I can estimate preliminary, yes, about 4 or 5 centimeters the size of these butterflies' wings. One more is coming here. Again, some is really gray, dark color, very beautiful. Some wings are really looks like transparent. You can look through the wing, like especially on dark specimens. And white specimens are not transparent for sure, because of scales. Genital apparatus of males are visible on some specimens, on some individuals. Possible to recognize the sex of butterflies. And it is wonderful. Also pretty big size Parnassius species. Now, you can say that some species are deposited in red books of protected species of different countries from the genus Parnassius. And there are some species in the red book of Ukraine as well, and even with some indicated localities where these species have been collected. But I have not seen Parnassius in anywhere just around Kyiv region, and even during my career when I traveling in some areas in the south areas of Ukraine, in some steppe regions, in reservations, where natural plantations are under protection and insects under protection, I have not seen yet some Parnassius species, because they're pretty rare. As I said, even they're included in the red books of protected species of butterflies, daily butterflies, which are under the danger of extinction, because the environment is under the danger of extinction, or environment has been destroyed, like some steppe regions in Ukraine are destroyed now, and many animals, many insects fauna, and many inhabitants, human beings, citizens of Ukraine, lost their habitat, lost their homes, they escaped from this region. So insects also escaped or just have been destroyed, unfortunately. If you can recognize this species, write in comments. It will be interesting to know which species it is. You can see here some red spots on wings, so that's why they're so colorful and beautiful. But not all Parnassius they have red spots, like you see here in this book. Some Parnassius species without red spots, some on the down with red spots, like Parnassius elegans. But some are others, they're smaller size, just white and black. White and black, but still very valuable because difficult to collect them in natural environment. But large series of insects, large series of collected material is important sometimes when it's possible. Some relatively large collection is important to recognize the variability, the difference between different specimens, the variability of morphological characters, how males and females are variable in different localities. Even in the same locality, different individuals, different specimens can be different in their size, in their coloration, in distribution of these spots, lines, all this coloration of a body and coloration of wings can be different if you can check many individuals. Yes, we can say unfortunately they have been collected, but fortunately they are in collection, because in some cases it will be impossible to visit the same place twice. As I said, either this environmental place, this locality is inaccessible, or some localities or these butterflies can be destroyed now because they have been collected dozens years ago, approximately 30-40 years ago. This is age of these butterflies of a genus Parnassius, so beautiful. If you have seen them in the nature, you have seen them in your country, in your city, write in comments, either you're from Ukraine or from another country. like in some southern countries especially. These specimens are rare and very valuable because many species are living in mountain area like in the Turkish Republic, in Georgia probably, and especially in Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and like such southern countries like Nepal, India, in mountain areas. If you have seen them in the nature, write in the comments under this video if you like these butterflies. I'm very pleased to show them to you, at least in the collection, not in the wild. After storage of these butterflies, it needs to take them off. I try to show you. Take them off out of the cotton lawyer. Take them off. Put in a special box for cleaning and also for moisturing, for softening, because butterflies are very fragile, easy to destroy it, to break it. After softening in the box with water, with acetic acid, body will be softening and it will be possible to spread them and to put them on entomological pins, because they're of course here in preliminary collection, preliminary in storage collection. Important to take them off, soft them, make them very soft, and spread them carefully. Add label, because label is most important part of the collection. If you're collecting someone, beetle, butterfly, don't forget to put here near each individual the scientific label. Each label will be scientific because label has scientific value. Without label, collection means nothing, because it's impossible to say, is this collection from Afghanistan, from Turkmenistan, or Kazakhstan? So distribution of species is very important. Locality, date of collection, and collector name is important part of a label. And all small details like plants, river hills, some details like a near lake must be indicated near the label, because it's quite important. If new species can be collected or unusual specimen can be collected, all these tiny ecological details are important for repetition of possible investigation, for repetition of either collection or study of biology of species by scientists, by entomologists. So that's why don't forget about label, which must be attached to each individual on paper near this individual, then transfer it to separate box with each individual as well. So this is a story about butterflies collections. This is a story about how Parnassius looks like in a field collection box, because they have been stored in this way in a field, then saved for many years, and now they are ready for very careful investigation, and they must be spread and put in scientific collection like this, and can be used for preparation of scientific articles, scientific books, where these butterflies will be indicated with scientific name, label, place of collection, details of collector, details of a place of collecting, and details of biology. So these are Parnassius. In Russian and Ukrainian literature they are called Apollon. Scientific Latin name Parnassius. If you have seen them in the nature, write in comments, and I hope it was interesting for you to look a little bit inside field entomological collection, how they look like and how they are stored for future detailed scientific investigation and preparation, scientific articles, scientific books, chapters in scientific books, not only for photographs but especially for publication, where scientific results of study are described for public. And this video is also intended for education for public, to indicate the scientific importance of collecting insects and importance of scientific investigation. Thank you for watching. Press like and write your comments under this video, and looking forward to seeing you on my channel next time, where I can show you some other insects, some other entomological collections, other butterflies and other beetles as well. They are waiting to be shown on my channel. Write your suggestion, what is interesting for you, and don't forget about pressing likes and write your comments. This will help me to promote my channel for some other people who like nature, who like entomology, who like study of insects in the field, in the nature, and in museum, in laboratory. Because entomological study, this is museum study. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, press like, write your comments. This was channel of Viktor Fursov, entomologist, beekeeper, teacher. Would like and see you soon on my channel. Bye bye.